Well, recently we just lost the Black Mamba, and that should teach us that relationships are extremely important. Today's antidote, we're going to talk about relationships being important in three areas of your life: your family, your friends, and also your fellow co-workers. Establishing a relationship with people is extremely important because you never know, they could be going just like that. But before we get into the antidote, be sure to make sure you hit the subscribe button, take your Thor hammer and bang that notification bell, drop a comment and let me know how you really feel about this episode, and be sure to give it a thumbs up if you like it. Let's go ahead and get into the antidote. Today's topic is going to be based off of inspiration, this process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. But the most important part about this is making sure that you feel something. Because today's topic, we're going to be talking about relationships and how important they are. We all know recently that Mr. Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, and his daughter just recently died in a plane crash last week. So we know that time is precious, time is valuable, and this whole time thing, we don't have a whole lot of it. So making sure that we utilize our time effectively and efficiently and with those people who are important to us is the reason for today's topic. So let's go ahead and get into the antidote.
Today's topic is based off of execution. It's a noun meaning to take action, to put a plan in motion, and make things happen today. Stop talking and start doing.
All right, so the relationship topic, that's a big ticket item. So I won't go into too many details, but there's a specific reason that I didn't do the dose, and it involved my mother. Now, my mother and I haven't always had the best relationship. You know, when we grow up, everything's fine. And then, you know, me, I transitioned to the military. I went away, and then I found my dad, and there was this big whole family ordeal. And with me being distanced away from Chicago, pursuing my career and trying to be a family man and all that kind of stuff, things just kind of grew apart. Things just didn't work out the way they used to when I was a little bit older. And so I didn't have the best relationships, which is why part of my goals for 2020 was to establish better relationships. And part of that was making sure that I phone called at least one friend and one family member per week, meaning actual pick up the phone and have a conversation, because we get so lost in this technological world and we think that text messaging or instant messaging has the same impact of a phone call, and it just absolutely does not work out that way. For some reason, the telephone is much more intimate. There's a lot more effort that goes into it, and there's a lot more feeling that goes into a phone call. But you know what's even better than a phone call? Going to see someone in person. And that's what I did. I haven't seen my mom in quite a long time. And if you're looking at the screen right now, if you have the ability to, you're not driving or anything, that's a picture of me as a baby with my mom, and that's a picture of me last week going to see my mom. So this was pretty bad, and I hope I don't get choked up talking about this, but man, let me tell you, you guys know I talk about life throwing you curveballs and slapping you in the face and giving you gut punches every once in a while. Well, I definitely had one of those moments, because the reason that I'm wearing a heart on my shirt right now is because last week, actually a week and a half ago, my mom had a heart attack, and I did not know about it for a few days, you know. And that may sound really crazy to a few of you guys, but let me kind of break this down and let you know how it happened. So I go so hard with everything. My day is broken down on a spreadsheet of what I do by the hour every single day, and my day is filled with productivity. And sometimes I go so hard with every single thing that I do. I was telling people I don't know the definition of average or mediocre or halfway or split time. I don't know. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to go hard in it. And you guys know that's probably some of the reason you guys watch the dose, because of the discipline that I have. So I go so hard sometimes. Sometimes I need those breaks. You know, so Thursday is my off day, and I decided to take a break, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to do phone, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do anything. So I'm just going to just relax, you know, because you need those breaks sometimes. And then that transition, when you take those breaks and you know, the next following day, you got a whole lot of catching up to do, combine work on top of that, and then Saturday is a super busy day, and you combine that, and you say, gosh, I went so hard again 2 days in a row, I need another break. So in taking these breaks, I missed the memo that my mom had, and I didn't check. I'm the type of person, I don't listen to voicemails. Text message me, instant message me, or something like that. But my brother had left me a voicemail, which he rarely does, because I talk to my brother almost every single day, every other day. I just so happened to be looking at my visual voicemail, you know, where they transcribe the words in the text. And I'm about to start a meeting, my early managers meeting, and I read the voicemail, and it said that something to the extent of, man, are you that busy that you can't answer the phone? And it was breaking down the details of my mom having a heart attack. So I fumble my way through the meeting, and I go ahead and I just shoot it all the way to Illinois to go see my mom. And, here's the deal, people. Here's the deal. When it comes to relationships, there's three people that you want to establish great relationships. Number one, your family. Number two, your friends. And number three, your coworkers. When it comes to your family, that's most important. That's truly most important. And I knew that I didn't have the best relationship with my mom. That's why in 2019, third quarter, I say I got to start bettering these relationships with my family. Even though I'm a state away, even though I'm super busy, when it's all said and done, I had this thought in my head. I said, you know what? And this is crazy. I literally thought about this around November, December. I said, if something was to happen to her and she died, I didn't want to be one of those people that wished I could have established a better relationship with her. That I hope that I established a better relationship, that I could have established a better relationship. There's no better time than the power of right now in that moment. And sure enough, here we go. First month into the new year, God decides to sprinkle a little bit of, you better stay on your A game. Now, what's really cool is I had 2 phone conversations with her before this happened. So I was on the road, but considering the fact that I hadn't seen her in years, I just took the liberty right there and I just drove up to Illinois and I got to spend quality time with her. And there's some great stuff. I'm gonna share something with you guys. I'm gonna sprinkle it in, maybe another dose or something. But she's so much better now. So everybody who reached out to me, thank you so much for your thoughts, your prayers, your concerns, your messages. I greatly appreciate it. But last week I really had to do a deep dive on a reset, and I appreciate you guys for being patient with me. So when it comes to relationships, you see Kobe Bryant, a father is gone, a husband is gone, a family man is gone right now. My current situation, use those as examples. If you don't have the best relationships with your family, I don't care what's going on, start to establish it and create it today. Call your mom, call your sister, call your brother, call your dad, call somebody. I don't care what happened in the past. If those people were to end up dead today, you will regret it from the bottom of your heart that you didn't establish that relationship. 2020 and beyond, after it's all said and done, after your social media is done, after your job gives you crap or whatever, your family are the only people that's going to truly be there for you. So make sure that relationship is intact. And then the second thing that we're going to talk about on relationships, we're going to talk about your friends. Now, I haven't been the best friend to my best friends. Like, I have 2 best friends named Greg and Mario. I grew up with them. I met them when I was about, 13, 14 years old, and we've been best friends. You know those best friends that no matter what, you can go like a couple of months without talking, and then y'all actually pick up the phone, and y'all can pick up right where y'all left off. Like, these are my best friends through everybody that I've met in the military, in the auto industry, and professional, and leisure time. Like, these are the ride or dies. These are the day ones, and I'm now establishing better relationships with those guys. Let me tell you, you're going to go through life. Life is a big old journey. You're going to meet a whole bunch of people. People are going to come and go in your life. There's people that's going to come in there for reasons. There's people that's going to come in there for seasons. But your BFF, your besties, your A1 since day ones, those are the people who you need to have amazing relationships with as well, too. I know we all get busy. I know life happens, but be more productive with your life as opposed to busy, and start establishing better relationships with your besties. Now, some of you guys are probably already excelling in that. These are areas, that I had to work on, because all I've known for the past, I don't know how many years, 15 years, is grind, go, career, success. And I'm just so tunnel vision focused on it. But sometimes you have to take a step back, because those relationships are really important. Who you surround yourself with and who you talk to the most. And you remember that your top 5, your Fab 5, those are a culmination of you. You're an average or sum of the 5 people that you hang around and speak to the most. So think about that for a second, and they deserve it. I've been working on that, man. We got a text group going and everything. It's going really good. Anyway, last but not least, your coworkers. So we talked about family already. We talked about friends. I want to talk about coworkers for a second, because these people, you spend probably more time awake with your coworkers than you do your own family. There's people out there that say, oh, I don't go to work to make friends. I go to work. Well, why wouldn't you? I'm just a little bit curious. I'm a little bit opposite. You know, I'm a big extrovert. I love people and all that kind of stuff. But let me ask, why wouldn't you want to establish great relationships with people who you spend more time awake with than you do your own family? Just think about that for a second. You really want to go to work grumpy and antisocial and stay in your little cubicle or stay in your little area and just be standoffish and have people look at you weird, and you're okay with that? Why wouldn't you? I don't know. Maybe it's the extrovert in me. Maybe it's the cancer in me. And I'm talking about the crab cancer, not the physical cancer. I don't. Maybe it's just my personality. I don't get it. But I do go to work to make friends. I do go to work to establish relationships with the people that I work with, because the better relationships that I have with them, whether I was their boss, or I don't like using that word, but whether I'm their, I just would rather have a better relationship than a relationship that was non-existent. Usually, when somebody respects you, when they like you, when they trust you, when you're really fun to be around, they're typically more likely to do things that you want, do favors, or do things that are outside of the norm or outside of their comfort zone in an effort to grow or increase whatever you have going on, because it all starts with culture. I tell the GM of our store all the time, I said, we'll never get to where we want to get to if the culture's not 100% right. Like, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter the skill set or anything like that. When you go to work and you're not happy, when you go to work and there's drama, when you go to work and there's cancer, that throws you off your game. I don't care how good you think you are that you can just flip a switch. When your heart is broken, when you're going through some stuff, you get thrown all the way off. Even some of the best of them. I'm a prime example. Life literally gave me the biggest gut punch last week, and it threw me all the way off my game. I wasn't able to give 100% at work. I just wasn't. I had too much going on through my brain. So I don't care how good you think you got. Oh, I can flip a switch. I can have an argument at home and go to work and I can be 100% fine. No, it's going to rub off. I'm just trying to tell you. You're not going to be able to perform at your best. So when it comes to relationships at work, I'm not saying that you got to go hang around everybody, because I know there's some terrible Todds and some negative Nancys at work. But what I'm saying is, make an effort. Just try giving an opportunity to be nice to those who may not be nice to you. Try to understand someone else's pain or struggle at work. Try to express empathy and gratitude for the people you're around at work, and you just might find that morale may get a little bit better, the culture may get a little bit better, which means the store's performance may get a little bit better, and things may start being very well. Go out, do some team building exercises or something. You may find out some things that you never knew that may hit home with you, and you may have more things in common that you thought you would, all because you decided to be a little bit better relationship-wise. So those are the things that I want to talk about today on the Dose Show. I know we typically talk about positivity, inspiration, motivation, education, and stuff like that, but relationships are important. We've had a lot of recent life experiences that are aiming and telling us that in 2020 we have to better our relationships. So if you're on the social, man, do me a favor. You can check out all of my social media. The best place to catch me if you are a new doser is on Facebook Live, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone. Search for the Daily Dose Store. Hit the thumbs up. Change your following settings so you can always get notified when the dose goes live. And then what's really cool is if you are catching this on the replay or you want to share this out, share it on social media. But if you want to look at it in meetings or you got some buddies and they just want to get straight into the antidote and see what it's all about, search for Markiss Stone on YouTube and you'll see the Daily Dose Show right there. Subscribe to that channel and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can always get notified when I drop a video, which is usually about 20 to 30 minutes after the show. Do me a favor and check out the outro.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose. I hope you got your antidote today, your daily dose of positivity, inspiration, and motivation. Check me out every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone on Facebook Live. And don't forget to Hulk smash that share button.
I do what I do from the heart and I don't expect anything in return. I'm a kid from the south side of Chicago that's here to make the world smile and change people's lives. Y'all have a fantastic Monday. Peace.